All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So tomorrow is the last preseason game of the offseason, right? Jets, Giants, MetLife Stadium. It should be crazy. I can't even believe we're at this point, right? We get the Buffalo Bills in a couple of weeks to kick off the regular season. So much excitement, so much energy for it. And really, just to jump into the preview, for me, I feel like I could speak for all Jets fans and really Giants fans too here. Come out injury free. That is the biggest thing for me. It's looking like the Jets are going to be rolling out a bunch of their starters, if not all of their starters, outside of Dalvin Cook and Breece Hall. And then according to the Giants website, they did release this like unofficial depth chart for the game, and it's looking like a bunch of their starters are going to be rolling too. Plus we've seen, a handful of their starters. And of course, things are subject to change. But as we stand right now, it's looking like we're going to see a bunch of talent out in the field. So the first thing that I really want to get into here is the whole Aaron Rodgers debate. He's going to be playing. It was Aaron's decision. Saleh's cool with it. The Jets are greenlighting it. He is going to play. Now, for how long? That's really the biggest question here. Saleh said it could be one drive. It could be two drives. It's not so much result based. It's more so just testing the waters, right? Getting a feel for MetLife Stadium, getting a feel for playing with his new teammates, stuff like that. Live bullets. He doesn't want the first time Aaron Rodgers steps on the field with the Jets, like in a game setting, to be against the Buffalo Bills, right? Who is a team right now that's projected to win the division. They have a great defensive line, a great defense overall. And from that standpoint, I do understand it, right? From Aaron's perspective, if he wants to go out there and play, for me, I kind of want to put my trust in the veteran. He knows what he wants to do. He's not going to do this if he feels like the risk, the injury risk is too high or the negatives outweigh the potential pros. So a part of me definitely wants to opt for, that side of it, that's that side of the argument. But then another side, just understanding that the Jets have had numerous players hurt every single year-long injuries, lower body injuries, upper body injuries. It just seems like it's one thing after another with this team. That's the last place I want to be. So for me, let's get him in, let's get him out. And that's really what I want to see from Aaron. That, and of course, him being upright, standing tall in the pocket. How does the Jets' first team offensive line look going up against the Giants' first team defensive line? They have some solid pieces there, and the Jets' O-line, unfortunately, has been one of the biggest storylines of training camp. Whether it was the struggles in both joint practice settings against the Panthers and the Bucs, whether it's Jets versus Jets in training camp, Saleh has addressed it numerous times in press conferences. Everybody saw the Hard Knocks offensive line speech from Saleh. What else? Aaron Rodgers too has kind of chimed in, gave his opinion, looking pretty solid on the inside, on the outside. Some question marks there, but Dwayne Brown luckily is coming back. And the Giants defense has some pretty good pass rushers, right? Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams, Kayvon Thibodeau, right? I mean, these guys can get after the quarterback. So, can our O-line hold up? That's really, for me, the biggest question outside of, the injuries. But the O-line we can control. The injuries, that's just up in the air. It's football. Nothing really you can do as a player or as a coach to kind of prepare for that kind of stuff. But the offensive line play, that needs to be, I want to see some high play. I don't want to see Aaron Rodgers running for his life. I want to see us creating lanes in the running game. And again, I'm talking first team versus first team here. And then as we move throughout the game, what are the substitutions looking like? Right, Mekhi Becton, how long is he going to be out there? There's a major concern about, internally from the Jets. Can Mekhi Becton play from start to finish in a full game? And it seems like right now, with every passing week, we're getting steps in the right direction. We're moving along, positively here, but we have yet to see that 100% commitment from the Jets to say Becton's the guy. He's the starting right tackle of this team, and no questions asked. And Becton is starting this week, so how long do they let him go? Do they give him 2 quarters, 3 quarters? I don't think they're going to roll him out there for 4 quarters, but and also the follow-up question, when he does come off the field, why is he coming off the field? Is it because the knee, because we've seen Becton pull himself out of he pulled himself out of the Hall of Fame game, right? Because of the knee and just trying to be playing it safe as opposed to being sorry. So what's the situation with Becton's knee going to be looking like? Right tackle overall. But then if we flip it too, because again, as of right now, things could change, but on paper right now, it's looking like it's going to be starters versus starters. The Jets defensive line has been, I would say, the biggest strength, the biggest positive storyline of the offseason. I mean, pass rushers are all over the place. Unfortunately, no Carl Lawson, but outside of Lawson, we have Will McDonald and Bryce Huff and Clemens. Jermaine Johnson has been turning heads all camp. And then on the inside, too. Quinn Williams, Quentin Jefferson, Al Woods as a run stopper, Solomon Thomas. Like, our defensive line is loaded. It is loaded. How do they look going up against a first-team offensive line? We've seen our backups go toe-to-toe with some starters, right? Specifically against the Carolina Panthers. I mean, that game was nuts. The Jets beat the Panthers 27-0, but I mean, just eye test perspective, that it was like it was a true blowout. It wasn't just one of these weird preseason scores. I mean, the Jets' backups were out there looking like NFL starters. So can we keep that energy at the same level going into this game where the competition should get a little bit better, a little bit harder too? So that's going to be it for me. Really the big focus, get in, get out, injury free. Let's bunker down, right? Roster cuts are on Tuesday. After that, we get the 53, we get the practice squad figured out. Then we start preparing for the Buffalo Bills, where the Jets obviously have, extended time to do that. It's going to be massive. The Jets come right out of the gate in the regular season going up against projected playoff teams in the Bills, Cowboys, Patriots, Chiefs, who else? Broncos, Eagles. Those are the first 6 games of the season. AKA a bunch of good coaches, a bunch of good defenses. So the Jets have their work cut out for them. Let's wrap this game up and get to work for the regular season. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, go Jets.